The Northeast is facing serious climate change. As the mist comes in, as the sun rises, there is change.
हामी पूजा गर्छौं यहाँ धारामा चाहिँ के दिनको दिन माघे संक्रान्तिको दिन गर्छौं हामी हैन माघे संक्रान्ति चाहिँ किन पूजा गर्छौं धारा भने नाक नगेनी र महादेव देवतालाई चाहिँ हामी धाराको लागि चाहिँ एकदम हामीलाई कन्टिन्यू होस् धाराको पानी खान पाओस् ना ऐसा ये पानी पीने में थोड़ा मीठा लगता है और गवर्नमेंट का पानी में तेल रहता है ना थोड़ा यूरिया रहता है तो गंद करता है लेकिन गवर्नमेंट का पानी तो अच्छा है लेकिन ये तो नेचुरल पानी है ना इसीलिए हम लोग यही पानी खाते हैं इससे कोई जल्दी बीमारी भी नहीं हम लोग यही पानी खाते हैं
For mountain people, the rainwater is actually Devi for them. If you give asan to that Devi in the catchment of the spring, then the Devi will give you darshan in the spring. For a typical Himalayan villager, the security of these springs is water security for him. With precipitation patterns are changing, the rainfall is getting compressed in few months, and we have got longer winter droughts now. So the springs are not getting adequately recharged during the monsoons. So they are becoming seasonal now. When the spring starts becoming seasonal, the women have to go down the village to a place where there is still some water in the spring and manually carry that water uphill to their houses. So it really changes the role of the woman in the house, and it prevents her from taking up many livelihood activities. It creates this drudgery in her life.
The oak forest is a natural gift the villagers have. It helps maintain the natural reservoirs. With its deep roots and dense canopy, it ensures that the precipitation slowly drips to the ground and aids the recharge of the groundwater, which in turn aids the villagers in the dry seasons through the perennial streams.
Oak forests in Sikkim are of high importance. They are predominant forest ecosystems in Sikkim, and we face the situation that they are endangered for different reasons. Reasons are multifold, but there has some intervention be done to guarantee a sustainable management and sustainable way how to regenerate these oak forests. As a starting point, we will map these oak forests in a very precise method. Using satellite images, we facilitate local institutions to perform and carry out this oak forest mapping, and not only the extent of the oak forests but also their status in terms of degradation.
The oak trees are in danger because they are susceptible to forest fires. And when the forest recovers from these fires, species like pine and bamboo grow much faster. Bamboo to grow requires a lot of water, most of which it takes in just beneath the surface. Pine trees with their webbed root structure aid surface flow. Together, bamboo and pine prevent the groundwater from recharging. In Meghalaya, sericulture is extensively practiced by women of different villages.
Every village is doing another has a specific technique, and even for the spinning, for the hand spinning, for the hand loom, it's in each village is different. So we had to go, and there's this first experimentation phase where we work with actually different village. If one is good in spinning, so we go in the spinning village, and there we work with them on trying the best way to get the best spinning. Because if you have the nice thread, then you have the nice clothes, of course.
Basically, Sericate is silkworm. So out here in Riboi, we are doing on Muga and Eri. So these two silkworms feeds on different food plants. I mean, silkworm without food plants is not at all possible. Most of the time what we did out here, we do plantation first before any rearing.
After the plantations are ready, the silkworms are bred and raised. After they metamorph, their cocoons are processed to produce yarn.
Because the yarn produced in Eri, they are not dyed in chemicals. Out here they are doing in vegetable dyes. So these vegetable dyes they plucked up, either it's from the leaves or bark or roots of plants. They use turmeric and lac. These are a few which I can name them. These are the plants which I use in dyeing the yarn. So using these dyed plants, they dye the yarn and then they weave it. So the demand of these dyed fabrics are more.
Along with being eco-friendly, these silk products help preserve traditional practices.
For the training of hand spinners, traditionally they already know how to spin, but the fabric is very rough, and they also know only one method of spinning. So what we've done is given them a training on hand spinning. When you see the fabric now, it's soft, it's nice, it's white, and it's almost like you can see it's silk now compared to before. Before it was very rough.
The design is not really the main thing. It is important, but I think already when you're working on natural dyes with natural ingredients and with this kind of fibers, where you can really also, because of the spinning, the hand spinning, you can play with it and you can make different thickness, you can make different, and so you can really play on the texture. So it would be more like playing with the texture, playing with the colors, and so it's not so much on doing the latest trends, and it's not really about this. It's a lot on preserving what they're doing and on building up on what they're actually already doing, not importing new things. We have to upscale them from where they are.
Due to climate change in the last 4 to 5 years, the increase in temperature is affecting the Muga silkworms in a negative way, causing its silk productivity to reduce by 11.5%.
We have to maintain 6 broods, that means 6 generations of Muga in a year, right? And we cannot rear the Muga in the same farm. We have to ship from place to place. And that is very difficult for us to maintain all the generations in the same place. And due to this high temperature and destruction of forest, now the numbers of wild Muga is dwindling. That means the number is very less. And if we keep on cutting the trees, felling the trees, then the time will come that Muga will become extinct.
Apart from preserving the silkworms, GIZ is also taking measures to preserve the local water bodies.
Meghalaya has bountiful natural resources, as I said, and particularly it is having a lot of water resources. As you know, till some time ago, Cherrapunji used to be the place which had the maximum rainfall on the planet. Now it is a place close by, Cherrapunji. And with this water, we also have a situation where for several months in a year, we face severe water shortages. And therefore, managing the water resources properly in a very effective manner is going to lead to a lot of solutions in our place. And this is where we have launched a state flagship program, which is known as Integrated Basin Development and Livelihood Promotion Program. The central theme of this program is water. And this is where GIZ have done excellent work in terms of coming out with the draft water policy, which is now in the process of consultation with various stakeholders. And the moment we are able to finalize this, I am sure this will provide a framework for solving a lot of our problems in the days to come.
People in Nagaland practice jhum cultivation, otherwise known as slash and burn farming.
All the farmers, there's a question why climate is changing. Here in our village, we have a jhum cycle, which is a period of 15 years. And after a period of 15 years only, we will recultivate the jhum. Of course, that is practicable in the community land. But individually, private owned land, they can cultivate as and when they wish.
Due to climate change, the rainfall has become erratic, thus affecting the crop productivity.
Our belief is that jhum is not a environmentally unfriendly practice if it is practiced strictly as per evolved traditions. The villages which have more varieties of seed available, they exchange with the villagers of another village so that they are able to be more resilient to impacts of climate change.
Up to 60 to 62 varieties of crops are produced in one cultivation cycle, including multiple varieties of rice.
Puti rodida jesuja tiedza tinye mo chedo tinye sa ke kritora tiedza tinye ro budim haritzle de vorchedo unhi juno vorche ke zo zori tinye sa ke kritora put chedo tinye ro budim haritzle da she zizo suputi la vorm hatzle azin kutoti konusa dere hachim hero tiro petza thora do chim he shenda tiedza sa Kutotiki mogi zoriti putiki relasa. So got say the giro she the use just a word shizori. Dear Zasede.
Reduction in the fallow periods has led to the depletion of forests, thus affecting the rain.
Una tidan has the jekri, grisano lachiteo velezino, Temano humutoda, as we wono tsaridanan. Lach Tesla Mosano, the Che, Udologie Casamutsa Udale.
GIZ is basically interested to assist the states in implementation of the State Action Plan on Climate Change. It goes a step beyond in terms of assisting even for the monitoring and the planning of the actions recommended in the State Action Plan for Climate Change. So this has been effective in the 3 states, namely Nagaland, Sikkim and Meghalaya. The other important aspect of this cooperation is also in the field of capacity building, which has its aim in creating a cadre of people in each of the 3 respective states who understands issues related to climate change, adaptation and other related issues. Now these trained personnel from all the 3 states would basically take on the role of being cheerleaders and passing on this understanding to people at various levels in their own states.
Communities adapt when they perceive that the environment around them is changing. Communities in the Northeast have begun to feel this change. GIZ works in the region to catalyze this process, enhancing local awareness of change and thereby promoting local solutions.
The GIZ is an Indo-German project which is trying to help the communities to adapt, to find the appropriate measures to adapt to climate change. But this needs also knowledge. What is climate change? How does it happen? What can I do? So we are acting very much under the premises within this project of I see, I feel and I change. Because I see the change happening around me. And only if you buy in people, if people feel concerned, they're also ready to do something.